Hello. And hey everyone, my name is Trent Sigurd. I am a creative guy, route maker, photographer, videographer, bike packer, e-biker, bike commuter, whatever you want to call me, whatever box you want to put me in, that's me. I'm Trent. What's up? And today we're going to talk about Rene Herse tires because I've bought way too many of them over the last couple months, but I love them. Let's talk about it. All right, so I've been riding the Tero for about 5 months now, 4 or 5 months, and I just yesterday changed the tires. I don't ride this thing like a crazy mountain bike. It's a hardtail, and I got it with the intent to commute. So I just put on, I think Fleecer Ridge Rene Herse tires. They're 700 by 55, I believe, 2.2 inches. And they are marketed by Rene Herse as a road-centric knobby. So that's what I'm looking for. Something for like an 80-20 road to dirt split, but something that still doesn't compromise on the dirt. So I'm excited to test these things out. We'll be testing them for, I'm hoping that they're my forever tire. But I'm excited, and I am gonna tell you in this video the differences between stock tires, these tires going tubeless. There's a lot to talk about. At the time I started thinking about the Tero, I was riding a Specialized Epic Evo, which is a cross-country dual suspension mountain bike. And like I said in this video, I loved that bike. I love that bike a lot, but it wasn't, I felt like I wasn't doing it justice, and I felt like there was more options out there that would be better for me. So I took a chance and got this Turbo Tero, and I'm extremely happy that I did. When I got the Turbo Tero, I wanted to go tubeless. Now, the tires that come stock on the Turbo Tero aren't tubeless ready. The rims are tubeless ready, but the tire is not. So I ran tubes up until recently, and that was a horrible experience. I cannot remember the last time that I flatted on a ride, and I was commuting on the Tero, which is what I intended it for, to go meet up with friends and get some food, and I got a flat from a goat head, and I've never seen goat heads in my area before, and it happened twice in 1 week, once on the Tero and then once on my 90s mountain bike. So once you get a flat multiple times, multiple bikes within a week, you kind of start changing things to make your cycling and commuting experience much better. So when I was looking for a new tire for the Tero, I wanted something that was more of a gravel tire, something that was a good split between road and dirt. Now, I love the Pathfinder Pro tires. I have a video about that tire up here, but they don't make that tire bigger than a 42 millimeter. And this is a mountain bike. And to be honest, I think it would look silly with a small gravel tire. So I've always had my eye on these Rene Herse tires because a lot of bike packers and ultra endurance cyclists like them, and they like them because they're fast rolling on pavement, but they also do well in dirt. And that's really what I have come to find out. The rubber compound in these tires is a compound designed for road. So these are more of a road-centric knobby tire. And that doesn't mean that they don't do good in the dirt. All right, so right now I'm riding in a dirt path, and it's not just like gravel with hard pack. It's a lot of soft stuff, pretty dusty actually, really fine. And these tires are just fine. I'm wiggling my steering, it's holding traction, the wheel's not spinning out. I feel very planted to the ground with these tires. So they're not as these tires, they're not as wide as a traditional mountain bike tire, which is gonna give you two things. One, it's going to bring the weight down, so your bike's gonna be a little lighter and it might perform a little more agile, it might feel a little more agile. But two, it's not necessarily gonna take humongous rocks as well. There's still a lot of air volume to this tire, but I wouldn't take it over tons and tons and tons of super chunky stuff. I also got the standard version of the tire, which is in the middle of their casings, which means there's a couple versions that's a little more durable. I got the more supple and more affordable option. Let's go up this hill and show you what this bike's got. I took the bike out to one of the more sandy sections in my local riding area and didn't get hardly any slippage. My front tire tracked perfectly straight, and my back tire did not lose traction. So from what I can tell so far, these tires are going to be perfect. The Fleecer Ridge tires I got are 700 by 55, which is 2.2 inches, which is standard in mountain bike tires. It's kind of like the smallest you want to go, I think, in mountain biking. And man, the mix of going tubeless, getting a more lightweight, supple tire, I got the standard version of the Fleecer Ridge. Has made the ride experience. It's much more supple. There's less rotational mass, so the bike feels more nimble, more fun, which are all things that I was looking for, right? And I get that added benefit of being tubeless, which means if I do get a puncture, I can pull it out, and the sealant will hopefully seal that hole. So as I continue my search for the perfect e-mountain bike commuter tire, I'll keep you updated. If this is the tire that I land on that I want to stay with, I'll let you know. I'm thinking it is. I have this tire in multiple other sizes too. I have it in a size that will just barely fit the Diverge, and I'm planning on using these Rene Herse tires for future bikepacking trips and for future adventures, not just on the Turbo Tero, but also on the Diverge. Some things you might see in the future from me are I'm going to be exploring racks. So I want to increase what I can do on the e-bike Escalade. and so yeah, I need a big, beefy rack on the back that I can put some serious weight on. And then for the Diverge, for this August bikepacking trip series that I have planned, I need a little bit more water carrying capacity and a place to store a tripod. And so I'm thinking one of these new T-racks might be really good for that. Anyway, I know I've made a few videos that are sort of sit down and that are talking to you, but I promise I'm going to get back on the bike and make more videos out in the field, adventuring, and learning more about our city and about our town and our country, right? I'm going to leave you with this. There is a guy named Bicycle Nomad. His name is Eric. And he has done some really amazing route making around history. And the most recent ride he did was retracing the route of the Buffalo Soldiers Bicycle Corps. And he rode their route day by day, mile by mile, exactly how they rode the route. He was doing reconnaissance to develop the route into something that people can download GPS files for and do themselves. And I think that the stewardship of creating routes for people is something that is really admirable and something I want to do. And two, you're using bikes as a tool to learn about history and to teach history. And I think there's no more intimate way to get to know your town, to get to know your country, to get to know stories than to ride your bike. It gives you the time, the space to think about it. And I think as the world gets more and more connected and more crazy, having these opportunities to step back, to realign, and to maybe gain some perspective through history is a really, really good way. And using the bike as the catalyst for that is what I'm passionate about. So look forward to more videos about more history and more bike rides. And check out Eric, the Bicycle Nomad, if you haven't. He's on Instagram at bicycle_nomad, I believe. But please check him out. That means a lot to me. And if you're new around here, stick around. My name's Trent. I'm a creative guy. Been in the drone industry, and my passion recently has moved to bikes and urbanism. All that to say, there's one thing that I like to repeat around here, and that is never stop chasing your curiosity. I have never stopped chasing my curiosity, and it has always done me well in life and has leaded me to where I need to go. So I encourage you to go with the flow, follow your curiosities, and see what amazing things life will bring you. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.